this?
I'm Adam.
Kyan,
Good to meet you too.
Just quickly introduce yourself.
Just speak right into there.
Okay.
I'm Joe.
But do it quick. Okay?
Kyan, nice to meet you.
Everybody ready? Andrew.
Kyan, Andrew Jones, Tar Heel 24/7. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Welcome you here. First question is, your game exploded kind of late last year, Monica, you guys were really good and sort of took off. What was it that you saw in your game growing during that period that enabled to push the team to finishing 21-5?
Yeah, I think towards the middle of the year, I just kind of got a burst of confidence. You know, I didn't play too much my freshman year, so I didn't know how good I was going to be in the college game. It's a lot different than high school. Everybody knows that. So just kind of a burst of confidence there. And then as a team, we just came together and, we just went on a strong run there at the end.
Was there a specific game or a stretch of games where your confidence went from, I think I can do this, to I know I can do this?
Yeah, we had like right towards the end of non-conference, I kind of had a decent game or so, and then when conference started, we played Nevada, and then that was kind of my game where I was like, all right, I'm here and I can do this, and pretty good. So that was a game.
Kyan, Brendan Marks from The Athletic. Nice to meet you. You're obviously playing with Neek last year. Are there things that you take away from that experience that you think translate now to being able to share the backcourt with somebody like Seth?
Yeah, definitely. Playing with Neek was obviously amazing. He's obviously is what he is. He's a first-round draft pick for a reason. And so, yeah, playing with him just helps me understand to play with other players. I mean, Seth, Luka, like everybody. We had a lot of dudes here, so it's always good to play with better players. So it's definitely a good learning experience.
Kind of along Adam Smith with Inside Carolina. Got ahead of myself. Along those lines, it's a good question. I was going to ask the same thing. How do you envision maybe the ball handling roles working out here with Seth, with Luka, with yourself? I mean, do you think there's a primary ball handler? Are you the primary ball handler? Or how do you just sort of envision it shaking out that way?
To be honest, we're not really sure yet. I think I'm a point guard, so I'm gonna do what a point guard does, and I'm gonna handle the ball. But I think they'll handle the ball as well, and I think HD is just gonna put us in the best position to be successful, and whatever that is, I don't know what it looks like now, but I think we'll all be pretty good at it, and we'll excel at it.
Hi, Jeremiah with Inside Carolina. Nice to meet you. One question I want to ask you: you talk about playing point guard and things like that. You've been in the game for 2 years at this point. How have you seen, I guess, your understanding and evolution of the point guard position change, since you've been into college? Like for yourself individually, what have you learned about the position that's different than when you first came?
I would just say just the role of leadership that a point guard has to have, and the control of the game that a point guard has to have. It's a big difference, like I said, high school to college. So it's something you definitely just learn over time. But I think just controlling the game.
Kyan, Michael Code, WCHL, ChapelRow.com. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Chapel Hill.
All right, hang on. Everybody nice to meet him? All right, you're all nice to meet him. Go ahead.
Speaking of Seth, how instrumental was he in getting you here to Chapel Hill? Obviously, someone you're going to have to play with and practice and go against a lot during your time as a Tar Heel.
Yeah, I think just Seth was really intriguing to me when I was in the portal. I came here and I knew him. I seen him play in high school before in the UIBL, so I knew who he was, and I obviously seen him here, and I know he's good. So you just want to really just surround yourself around other good players that you feel you can connect with and get better from. So for sure, I think I just came here and seen him and envisioned a backcourt with us being extremely good.
So did you play against him in the UIBL, or you just saw him?
Nah, he's a year older than me. I just seen him play one time. I didn't play him.
Kyan, Noah Weisskopf, Tar Heel 24/7. Speaking on the portal, I'm curious, just what was your experience being in the portal? I know some guys have crazy experiences with their phone going off all the time, nonstop. Like, what was your experience there, and when did UNC become evident that it would be a spot for you?
Yeah, the portal definitely is crazy. It's a lot of phone calls, a lot of Zooms, but I think I've seen and envisioned UNC being a spot. I mean, really, when they called and when we got off the Zoom, like right then and there, I kind of had a good feeling about them. I mean, I wasn't sure, but just kind of thought about it for a few days after the Zoom, and then I knew it was a spot for me.
Kyan, to that point, like, what were the biggest things you were looking for in the portal, and what was Hubert's pitch to you specifically as far as how he envisioned you fitting in here?
I mean, my main things in the portal was just I wanted to be at a winning school and I wanted to go somewhere that will make a run in March, and that's the main thing for me. And then I think his pitch was honestly that he wants to get back to winning and he wants to do it now. And so we connected on that, and then what better place than UNC?
Shelby Swanson with the News and Observer. Nice. No. Okay, so I'm curious. So you talked about how about like third or fourth grade you had a coach that had you one day like practice the double clutch Marcus Page shot. What was it like actually meeting Marcus once you got here, and just tell me a little about working with him again as guard to guard?
Yeah, it was kind of just a fun little moment. He just said shoot the double clutch shot. But getting here and meeting him is a good experience. I mean, he's somebody that had so much success here. So he's definitely just a great person to just talk to on a daily and ask him what he did to succeed here and almost try and follow his footsteps in a way.
Hey, Kyan, Trayvon Miles from ABC 11 in Raleigh. You also talked a little bit about previously meeting this being a family. What did you know about Carolina before you made the decision to come here, and has there been anything that's kind of blown your mind since you've been here?
I mean, there's been a lot that I knew, and then obviously there's so much that you just can't know until you get here. And I would just say the amount of guys that come back and feed back into us and want to see us succeed is definitely something that's been opening to me and just really showed me what North Carolina is, not only as a basketball program, but just so much bigger than that. And that's been the main thing, though, for sure.
And Pat Wells from WRAL. One of your new teammates, Caleb Wilson, went a little viral for some comments he made about the rivalries in the area, NC State and Duke. As a new guy here, what are your thoughts on some of the rivalry games you're going to have this year?
I really haven't thought too much into him yet. I mean, we're just trying to get better every single day now. I know Caleb feels a little bit of a different way, but he's young and confident, and we love him for that, for sure. So, I'm glad he feels that way.
Kyan, in case you know South Carolina, I know at 6'2" and 175, you're the second tallest guy, or second shortest type guy on the team, but the lightest. No knock to your size, but when you come out here and you got guard players in practice who are taller than you across the board, how does that make you a better defender and kind of fit into this team?
Yeah, that's definitely something I had to figure out last year as well. Just being on a college court and not being the biggest guy is different. You got to be really physical and you got to kind of use some things to your strengths. So there's definitely ways just that I had to learn and figure out how to guard bigger guys for sure.
Following up on the Cardinal Tribune, which players did you idolize growing up as a kid, and are there certain players that you tried to pattern your game after?
I don't know if I've really tried to pattern my game after anybody, but I've always been a really big LeBron guy, and then I didn't like Curry back in the day when he used to beat LeBron, but ever since I watched the Olympics kind of came around, and then when he did what he did, I really started to just realize how great he is too as a guard. And then there's other guards that I like Chris Paul. There's some guys out there, but I just watch a lot of basketball and enjoy people for what they're doing now. But I wouldn't say I model my game after anybody.
Could you give a self-scouting report? And in addition to that, some of the guys that cover the Mountain West say that you actually play a little longer than you are. Mm-hmm. Is that true? And tell us why that's true.
I think I would say that's true, and I would just say it's just from I've always played basketball my whole life, and I've always been, I haven't been the biggest, but I haven't been the smallest either, but I always play with older people, so I think I have good instincts that way, especially defensively, so I think my instincts are well, and then I think that just helps me, so I would say, yeah.
And scouting report.
And then scouting report, I'm just a guy, you can't leave any space, no space, and then, you want to try and keep me out the paint because I'm going to get my teammates involved, but it's hard to do both, so good luck.
Could you give us a scouting report too on just Henry, who we're about to speak to? Maybe what's impressed you the most about working with him so far?
Henry is he's definitely a freak. He's a 7 foot, what do they say, 7 foot, really skilled big man that he can shoot a little bit too. But I remember just the first week we got here, I don't know who it was, but he just started getting the ball on the block, and he was dunking on people backwards. So I don't know if he's going to pull that out in the game or not. But
You don't know who it was? Was it maybe?
nah, I don't think I know who it was.
I need to play GeoGuessr yet.
Yeah, we played it in during free time in class.
Kyan, Rob Baxley, Fayetteville Observer. What have you learned about being a lead guard at Carolina, whether it's been in pickup with some former players, Coach Davis? What have you learned so far to that aspect?
I think I just learned that, Carolina across the board is just you get a lot of stars here, so it's different being a leader here than other places, I would say, but everybody wants to win, so at the same time, they'll listen to you and they'll feed back to you too. So I'm not the only one leading here as well, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, how have you adapted to playing guard with all these guys? I know it's only been a lot of pickup and practices so far, but what have you learned in that aspect?
Honestly, I'm not going to say it's easier, but it almost is easier. When you're throwing the ball to Seth Trimble in transition, it's easy to make a hit. He'll make a play for you. So, it's different that way. But at the same time, we just building every day, trying to get better and just getting more connected that way.
What have you seen from Henry in terms of like the pick and roll game? That seems like it could be a big asset to what he brings. Like, is he smooth in that area? Like, just what have you seen so far working that way?
He's just a super skilled big. So, sometimes he may pop and he'll shoot a three. But another time you might hit him in the short roll and he can make a lob pass to Caleb, or he can kick it to the weak side for a corner three or anything. So you never know with him. He can beat you a lot of ways. He has good touch too, so he has a good flow game. But he's good. He's special for sure.
Kyan, what's been your early impressions of Caleb Wilson? He obviously comes in as a highly touted guy and everything. Just in playing with him and getting to know him a little bit, what stands out about his game and just what he's like?
Caleb, he's obviously, we all know he's extremely skilled and extremely skilled. But a lot of times with young stars, you never know what their mindset will be like, how hard they're gonna work, and he's a guy that honestly is off the charts on all levels. So he's a guy I'm not really worried about in any way. And he surprised me with some things. He's obviously a freak athlete, but he's got a little dog in him. He's gonna yell at you if he dunks on you. So I really like that about him for sure. But he'll be special this year, definitely.
Got time for a couple more.
Grant Sasser of Tar Heels on the side. UNC's had a lot of point guards, and every player brings their own style. How are you aiming to make your own mark on the program?
I think you make marks on programs like this by winning big games. So I'm just looking forward to winning big games and winning in big moments and making big plays for the team to win. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Did you ever envision yourself, not only being in this environment, but getting a chance to play at Duke, at Cameron, playing at NC State and places like that around the ACC?
I started to envision it when I came here. So I'm ready for it now, and when that time comes, I'll definitely be ready.
How's it been kind of meshing so many new players together and getting some chemistry where you've not played with most of these players, and how competitive have the workouts been?
It's been good knowing everybody, getting to know everybody. It's an environment where everybody's good, so everybody's getting better every single day, and the way we compete just creates just a better atmosphere for everybody. And every day is getting better, more connected, and more competitive. So it's always a good thing.
Last one.
You were one of the best shooters in the country last year. Where did you learn how to shoot?
I got a really competitive family. So I would say my dad, my sisters, my brother, even my mom. We used to do shooting contests when I was little. So just always from a kid, everybody thought they were the best shooter in the family, but I kind of solidified that last year.
Is there anybody who shot you emulated or tried to sort of tie the mechanics of it?
I learned how to shoot from my dad. My brother's a really good shooter too. Just kind of runs in the family. We always shooters, so just kind of grew up watching shooters. That's all it is.
All right, thank you, Kyan.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Kyan.